Hi everyone. Today's lesson is Module 2, Lesson 3. Practice and apply division of fractions and mixed numbers. Starting on page 61. Turn your page to 62. Let's take a look at question number 1. Yusef is cutting pieces of construction paper so he can make cards for his friends. Each piece of paper is 11 1/2 inches wide. If he cuts that width, so he would have 2 equal-sized smaller pieces, how wide will each smaller piece be? Well, we're going to start out with our total, which is 11 1/2 inches. And we're going to divide that by 2 because we want 2 equal-sized smaller pieces. What I would do first is I would convert our mixed number, 11 1/2, to an improper fraction. So 2 times 11 is 22, plus 1 is 23. So 23 is our numerator. We keep the same denominator, which is 2. Divided by, and I would make the whole number 2 a fraction by putting it over 1. After you convert your fractions, then you can apply the rule of keep, change, flip. Keep the first fraction, 23 over 2, change the division sign to multiplication, and flip the second fraction. So 2 over 1 now becomes 1/2. Now you're going to either cross simplify or multiply across. 23 times 1 is 23, 2 times 2 is 4. So you ask yourself, how many times can 4 go into 23 without going over? So 4 times 5 gives you 20, so 4 goes into 23 5 whole times. And then 23 minus 20 gives us a remainder of 3, which is our numerator. And we keep the same denominator. So the answer is 5 3/4 inches. Problem number 3. 3 1/8 divided by 1/8. Again, before we apply our rule of keep, change, flip, we are going to convert our mixed numbers to improper fractions. So 8 times 3 is 24, plus 1 is 25. Keep the same denominator. Divided by 1/8. Now that we've converted, we can apply our rule of keep, change, flip. Keep your first fraction, 25 over 8. Change your division sign to multiplication, and flip your second fraction. So we're finding the reciprocal of 1/8, which is 8 over 1. Then you're going to take a look diagonally to see if we can cross simplify. 8 and 8, we can both divide 8 and 8 by 8. So 8 divided by 8 is 1. 8 divided by 8 is 1. So 25 times 1 is 25. 1 times 1 is 1. So 25 over 1, or 25 divided by 1, is equal to 25. Number 6. Again, they are both mixed numbers, so we have to convert the mixed numbers to improper fractions. 8 times 2 is 16, plus 5 is 21. Keep the same denominator. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 3 is 7. Keep the same denominator. So 21 over 8 divided by 7 over 4. Now that we've converted, we can apply the rule of keep, change, flip. Keep your first fraction, which is 21 over 8. Change the division sign to multiplication, and flip your second fraction, so it now becomes 4/7. Before we multiply across, let's see if we can cross simplify. So it looks like 21 and 7, we can cross simplify. We can divide both 21 and 7 by 7. So 7 divided by 7 is 1. And 21 divided by 7 is 3. You could also cross simplify 4 and 8, however I did not in this example. 3 times 4 is 12, 8 times 1 is 8. 8 goes into 12 one whole time without going over. 8 times 1 is 8, so 12 minus 8 is 4. So our remainder becomes our numerator. And we keep the same denominator. 4/8 can be simplified even further. We can divide both numerator and denominator by 4. So 1 1/2 is our answer. Turn to page 64. I would like for you to do numbers 17, 18, 19, and 23. Number 17. Jill has a pail of water that holds 6 1/2 quarts. She needs to give her plants 1/8 quart each. How many of her plants can she water? So we're going to take the total amount of quarts that her pail can hold, and that's 6 1/2, and we're going to divide that by 1/8. We're going to convert 6 1/2 to an improper fraction. 2 times 6 is 12, plus 1 is 13. Keep the same denominator. Divide by 1/8. Now we can apply our rule of keep, change, flip. So keep the first fraction, change the division sign to multiplication, and flip your second fraction. So it's now 8/1. Before you multiply across, see if you can cross simplify and look diagonally. So 13 and 1, greatest common factor is 1, so we can't do anything with 13 and 1. 8 and 2, greatest common factor is 2, so we can divide both 2 and 8 by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 8 divided by 2 is 4. 13 times 4 is 52. 1 times 1 is 1. 52 divided by 1 is 52. So the answer is 52 plants. Number 18, 1 1/2 divided by 1/2. So we have to convert this mixed number to an improper fraction. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. Keep the same denominator. Divided by 1/2. Keep, change, flip. Keep the first fraction, change the division sign and multiplication, and flip your second fraction, so it's now 2/1. I would look diagonally to see if we can cross simplify, and we can with 2 and 2. Greatest common factor of 2 and 2 is 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 2 divided by 2 is 1. 3 times 1 is 3. 1 times 1 is 1. 3 divided by 1 is 3. So the answer is 3. Number 19, 6 1/5 divided by 2. Convert 6 1/5 to an improper fraction. 5 times 6 is 30, plus 1 is 31. Keep the same denominator. Divide by and make the whole number 2 into a fraction. You put it over 1, so divided by 2/1. Keep, change, flip. Keep your first fraction the same, 31/5. Change your division sign and multiplication, and flip your second fraction, so it's now 1/2. Then you're going to take a look diagonally to see if you can cross simplify, and that does not work out for this problem. So we're just going to have to multiply across, straight across. So 31 times 1 is 31, 5 times 2 is 10. So now we ask ourselves, how many times can 10 go into 31 without going over? So 10 times 3 gives us 30. So 10 goes into 31 3 whole times. 31 minus 30 is 1, so that's our numerator, and you keep the same denominator. So our answer is 3 1/10. Number 23, 10 1/5 divided by 3 3/10. So here we have two mixed numbers, so we have to convert the two mixed numbers to improper fractions. 5 times 10 is 50, plus 1 is 51, keep the same denominator, divided by 10 times 3 is 30, plus 3 is 33, keep the same denominator. Keep, change, flip. Keep the first fraction, 51/5, change your division sign to multiplication, and flip your second fraction, so it's now 10 over 33. Then look diagonally to see if you can cross simplify, and we can. 10 and 5. Greatest common factor of 10 and 5 is 5, so 5 divided by 5 is 1, and 10 divided by 5 is 2. 51 times 2 is 102, and 1 times 33 is 33. So again, ask yourself, how many times can 33 go into 102 without going over? Well, 33 times 3 gives you 99. So 33 goes into 102 3 whole times. That is 99. So you take 102, subtract 99, and you get 3 for your numerator. Keep the same denominator, which is 33. However, 3 over 33 can be simplified further. Divide both numerator and denominator by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1, and 33 divided by 3 is 11. So our answer is 3 and 1 over 11.